Okay, tell me something about yourself.
So my name is Tania Mishra. I come from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. I have done my graduation in BSc Physics Honors from Amity University, Lucknow. I graduated in the year 2020, and since then I've been preparing. If I talk about my hobbies, I like to read books and I like to play chess.
Okay, so what is the meaning of your name?
So Tanya is a name which has Russian origin. Tanya actually means princess, or it can be candidate to royalty.
Okay, okay. So you feel like princess?
So I have been treated like that in my family. So, yes.
Okay, so in family you were treated. That's good. It is their part. But from your part, you felt like that ki you are princess.
So if I so there can be various meanings attached to the word princess. If I look at the sense of being privileged or being given a soft corner,
No, no.
that
Yes,
would
yes.
not be
I'm
what
asking
princess
from
means.
your point of view. You feel like you were treated like that.
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
feel so.
If in Tanya it say Tanya, in Hindi, you know meaning?
No, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. No problem. So, for example, you were staying for Kanpur means in your till your entire life. How many years you stayed in Kanpur?
So we have stayed only 2.5 years in Kanpur.
Okay, okay. So, in which place you were born?
So I was born in Kanpur itself.
Okay, so as soon as you born, you came out from there.
So because my father was in BSF, so it was during a vacation time that we were there. But soon after we went wherever he was posted.
Okay, okay. You said, and you have written, you are reading books. So, which type of books?
So I read both fiction and non-fiction books. So I jumble between the two.
Can you tell me last two non-fiction books you have read?
Yes, sir. So I read the book called To Kill a Mockingbird by and the other one that I read was The Butterfly Garden by Dot Hutchinson.
Any Indian author?
Sorry, sir, I have not read any Indian author of recent.
You do not find their quality is good enough.
So that is not the reason. Often when I go to buying the books, it is often the foreign authors that are more promotional or the names that I've heard of or recommended ones. Therefore, I buy their, even though I'm looking at buying some Indian authors too someday.
Okay, no, in non-fiction book, for example, fictions obviously a lot of things are there. In non-fiction books, there is a category, for example, biography or autobiography. Have you read any biography or autobiography of Indian personality?
So in non-fiction book, I have read the book called We Are Poor But So Many by Ela Bhatt. It was a kind of autobiographical book by her in which she traced her journey through Seva.
Okay, okay. In India, any person, for example, is preparing for civil services examination, then Gandhi's autobiography, My Experiment with Truth, is the mandatory and it is compulsory. Have you read Gandhi's autobiography, My Experiment with Truth?
So as of now, I have not read it. Uh, I have not read the book.
Okay, so since you said you are writing mains, and in mains paper 4, it is recommended. So after mains, you are planning to write or read the book. Are you getting my
So you're
question?
not audible. There is
Okay,
network.
okay, okay. Now
No,
are you
sir.
listening now? Are you
Yes, sir.
listening? Yeah. I said
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
कि Gandhi's My Experiment with Truth is one of the recommended book. You can say to read in paper 4 ethics paper. But still, why did not you find that book you should read?
So I would read it. It is in my book list, but as of now, I have not read it. But I am aware about the kind of thinking that Gandhiji presented through the book, My Experiment with It.
Okay, okay, okay. So you said about Ila Bhatt. Anyway, can you tell me some of the contributions of Ila Bhatt?
Yes, sir. So Ila Bhatt was a lawyer by profession, and she joined a trade union in Gujarat. And from that, she realized that the situation of the poor women or women who were self-employed was very dire, and there was no one to take up their cause. So she formed a Seva. Firstly, she worked through the trade cooperative itself, but because the demands were not being raised in a proper manner, she formed a cooperative called Seva, which is Self-Employed Worker Association, and through that she in a cooperative manner making the women I can say empowered in themselves. They all came together and with contributions through a thrifting or saving practice that Ila Bhatt inculcated in them, they were able to improve their economic status and also present their demands to the government. Seva has been one of the most successful cooperative if we look in the country, and it is present in many states as of now. Globally, also the contributions of Seva has been recognized, and the Elders Association also recognizes Ila Bhatt as an important member.
Okay. So, for example, women's organizations, self-help group, SHGs are nowadays very famous. Can you tell me which state in India is having highest number of women's SHG?
So the southern states in the country have very high concentration of self-help groups. Uh, in the southern states, I believe it would be Kerala and or Karnataka
Okay.
somewhere.
I'm asking about women's SHGs number highest in which state?
So I'm not particular about the state, but it would be somewhere in the southern part of the country.
No, you are wrong.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Try.
So Gujarat.
Okay. Which state, in your opinion, you find the most backward state in your opinion?
So Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh can be the most backward states.
In my opinion, it is Bihar. Highest number of SSG, women SSGs are. Maybe, see, the things ki, I'm just asking about number wise. They are not properly doing a lot of innovative work, but their number is highest. What happened? Since Bihar government has provided so much opportunity for women empowerment, in fact 33% reservation and all, and also remember ki in Bihar and UP, for example, population is very high. So in every village there are so many SSG, self-help group. What these women are doing, कि just even 10 rupee a month you are having or 10 rupee a week you are having, just you can make a such G like, and you can collect 10 rupee, 20 rupee, 50 rupee or 100 rupee. And if, for example, a woman wants to start something, a small cottage industry and something, so you can use. So it is the Bihar. Okay, so as per latest, maybe maybe has changed, but since you said about Ila Bhatt, so you should know. Okay, no problem. What is your optional subject?
So sociology.
Okay, okay. Sociology, what is the biggest problem when a student starts studying sociology? Every stream has something positive, something negative. What is the biggest drawback in studying sociology?
So sociology has always been questioned about its objectivity or the validity of these statements, because unlike sociology started drawing the similarities with natural sciences, it was believed that in a controlled atmosphere, experiments can be done, and human beings also react like natural facts, like natural matter. But soon it was realized, it was refuted, and it was seen that there were meanings attached. So subjectivity is very prominent in sociology if we take. So whatever can be a consequence or an observation by me can differ by an observation by someone else. So there is a lack of objectivity in sociology that that people see as one of the biggest problems.
Okay. See, in sociology, there was one of the big controversy ki many people, those who are historically were oppressed, for example, if a person is born in lower caste, he thinks he is being oppressed for several centuries. But if, for example, suddenly government says कि now we are making you upper caste, then the person will be not ready. Do you think the person will be ready to be turned to upper caste?
No, sir, I do not believe that person would be ready.
Okay. So at one time, he is saying, I am historically being oppressed. At one time, if given opportunity, the person do not want to be promoted to upper caste. Can you say this is controversy, means contradictory?
So on the surface, it does appear contradictory, but the reason could be that person, because he has been historically oppressed, a one day change would not refute or remove all the atrocities that the person has previously suffered. Therefore, he might not be in favor of that, and he might also feel out of place being placed in a upper or a higher status. So it should be a stepwise manner and not in a one
Okay,
time way
okay,
that a
okay.
person is.
Why a person, for example, is not ready to be promoted to upper caste?
So it could also be because if a person is promoted to upper class, the positive reservation or positive discrimination that he gets from the government, those would be taken away from him. And the historical value that he has or the history that he carries with himself would be erased by him being promoted as an upper class, or his
Okay,
identity would be removed.
okay, okay. Have you heard about the any Indian sociological thinker? Can you tell me about name of anyone who had studied Indian caste system the most?
Yes, sir. Shri M.N. Srinivas studied the Indian caste system a lot.
Okay, so for example, what he says about the distinction between caste system in North India and caste system in South India?
Sorry, sir, I have to read about.
Okay, okay, okay. Can you tell me any area or region of India where caste is not playing important role?
So it can be Delhi region, or it can also be the South Indian region. South Indian region, the lower caste people, they.
South India
So
casteism is their big problem. Recently, for example, you have seen in Karnataka election why Devgowda is having HD Devgowda became prime minister, and see his presence is only in Karnataka due to caste-based thing
yes,
itself.
sir.
He is dominating.
Yes, sir. Uh, so it can be in urban areas. Urban areas, class gathers more importance than caste. For example, in Delhi, it is class which is more important than caste. So it could be those urban areas.
Okay, Northeast. In Northeast, generally caste is not there. Their ethnicity is
Yes, sir.
there.
Tribals are
Okay,
important. Yes,
tribals
sir.
are there.
Ethnicity.
So they
Yes,
like
sir.
our caste system. Their caste system is not like that. So that is there. Can you tell me any social group in India, for example, who are practicing polyandry?
Sorry, sir. I'm not open.
You know polyandry?
Yes, sir. So polyandry is the practice when a woman takes many husbands, more than
So
one husband.
any historical incident, can you tell?
So you were not audible. Can you please repeat the question?
Yeah. Any historical incident you can tell that was there?
So it was in Mahabharat that Draupadi had many husbands. So that could be an example of polyandry.
Okay, okay. For example, if there is in Mahabharata practice is there, then obviously in some society, some part somewhere it is found. In fact, in Mahabharata, one of the scene, if you will see, then before, for example, actually, can you narrate that a story ki how Draupadi became wife of 5 husbands?
So as the story goes, it was Sri Ram Bhagwan who who actually married. Sorry, sir, it was not Ram. So Draupadi was married through Yudhishthir, and when so she was married to Arjun. So she was married to Arjun. So when Arjun was taking along with his other 4 brothers to their mother and was about to present, her mother said that whatever you have brought, distribute it between all your brothers. So it was at that time that he had to, with the sense of the duty of keeping the word of his mother,
Okay.
that
Okay.
she became
Yeah.
the wife of all the brothers.
In that story, for example, Draupadi asked to her, Kunti means their mother. She asked her elder son Yudhishthir, "Can you give me some example?" Yudhishthir gives some example. Obviously, I'm not going in that detail. So Yudhishthir gave some example. Yes, this is not the first time. We are not doing the first time. Some people already did that. So yes, you will go through since it is part of sociology. Now, can you tell me in terms of present time, if in some society or in some group, if that practice is there, reason for that, what are the causes for that this practice is?
Sir, can you please repeat the
Yeah,
question once more?
yes. I'm saying if in present situation or 21st century, if that practice is, then what can be causes of that? Why something like that is still happening?
So, for example, if we look at the case of Goa, which has the which has a which has a civil code. In there, if a female fails to give conceive a child or even give a male child till the year of 26, the male is authorized to have another female as the child. So polyandry or polygamy could be present because of the absence of having a male heir to the family. This could be one of the reasons.
Can you tell that from economic point of view?
Yes, sir. So actually, poor people they see their children as an asset to their to add value to their family. As more helping hands there are, more feasible it would be for them, and therefore often this practice isn't
Okay, you are
prevalent.
not reaching to the point what I was supposed to ask. Okay,
Sorry,
no
sir.
problem. Okay, so just now take other example in same situation. In Muslim personal law, a person can have up to maximum 4 wives. But obviously in Hindu, for example, that you can find so many numbers. Initially Hindus were also keeping more than one wife. So more than one wife, you can still find some examples. Obviously in Hindu at this time it is not allowed properly, but in Muslim personal law it is still allowed. So can you tell me why Muslims practice that you can keep more than one wife?
Sorry, sir. I'm not able.
Just try.
So it could be related to the property distribution because
No, 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 no.
so, so I'm not able. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Now, same situation. Why many kings kept more than one wife?
So kings in the older times kept many wives. There were many strategic reasons to that. They wanted to have more kingdoms under their influence.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
that was one of
Also
the
to
reason.
strengthen their
The matrimonial alliance. If you are
yes, sir,
marrying
matrimony.
with daughter or sister of someone, then that kingdom will not attack you. Okay, no problem. So, for example, you took the name of Srinivas, M.N. Srinivas. He studied Indian caste system and all, and he is the pioneer in at least caste system study. Other than M.N. Srinivas, can you tell name of few Indian sociologists who are prominent and who are having some contribution?
Yes, sir. So it was G.S. Gure. He is also known as the father of Indian sociology. We also have Rajni Kothari. We have, along with that, we also have, um, so sorry, sir, I am able to recall only two.
So Tania Mishra can be one of them in coming days.
Sir, I don't know.
Okay, okay. So you studied in graduation physics. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, for example, there are so many questions. No science or nothing, no stream can say no. We have solved all the problems. In terms of physics, can you tell me one or two area? There are so many number you can find. One or two area. Still, scientists are trying to resolve the issue, but they are not successful yet. Just one or two
Yes,
you
sir.
can take. Yes.
So one could be the expansion of the universe and the presence of dark matter. Dark matter and dark energy is an area which is not very clear with the scientists. That is one, and other could be related to I can say the quantum mechanics. The people are still trying to understand. Every day we find some new particles which are being found at the quantum level. So quantum physics is also an evolving discipline, and research is going on there.
Okay, okay. So, light, for example, is sometimes treated as wave and sometimes is treated as particle. So it is said ki dual nature of light, duality of light. So tell me two physicists name who believe light is wave, two physicists name who believe light is, you can say, particle.
Uh, So when Albert Einstein gave the Brownian motion, he was referring to the particle nature of light. When he gave the photoelectric effect, uh, then when we have the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, we look at the wave nature of light. It was Schrodinger also who believed in the wave nature of light. And in particle nature, we have scientists, the classical scientists who believed in the wave nature of light. I'm not able to recall that.
What was the belief of Newton?
So Newton also believed in the particle nature of light.
Okay. What is the difference, major difference between Newtonian physics and modern physics or quantum physics?
So Newtonian physics is often related to macrosphere, in which the particle and its velocity and other things could be known with great certainty. Whereas in the microsphere or in the quantum mechanics, the wave and the dual nature of light comes into prominence, and many problems of knowing the particle's velocity or position or energy, other areas, they pose an ambiguity, and therefore the micro nature of light is very different from the micro nature of physics is different from macro nature of physics.
Okay, okay, okay. Just for example, if as a female, for example, you are asked to take name of five women officers in CAPF who reached at least a substantial level. Can you name five?
So I'm aware that at present CRPF RAF has a women chief DIG. I'm not aware of the name. So I'm sorry, I cannot name.
Just anyone, you cannot name other.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, so there are so many. In fact, for example, Archana Ramasundram, she also became DG. So there are so many. Okay, you should search, no problem. You know at least anyone of your friend or just immediate known who is serving in officer level, any rank, means even if as a starting point.
So I have a friend who just cleared the CAPF examination last year, Simran Bala, who secured AIR
No,
82.
so for example, who is serving? Anyone who is serving?
So I have my father's friend who I have met. So they could be someone. They are assistant commandant.
There could be
It is
someone.
so they are assistant commandant, and I have met them. So they might be the person who I can refer to as
Okay, okay, okay.
being in prominent position.
Yeah. So chess, you are playing online or offline?
So I play both online and offline. I used to play with my brother and father, but when they had to leave, I switched to online.
Okay, okay. So, for example, in chess, there is a term known as grandmaster. So, who is the latest grandmaster?
So Grandmaster is given to anyone who crosses the 2500 marking of FID. If we talk about the present chess champion, it is Ding Liren of China, who recently became the Grandmaster. If we look at Indian Grandmasters, we have many like Vishwanathan Anand,
No,
Gukesh,
no. I'm
R.
saying,
Pragananda,
for
etc.
example, latest edition in that list.
It's the latest edition. So it was Abhimanyu Mishra, who was the youngest Grandmaster who recently got into the list.
Okay. Obviously, Vishwanathan Anand is from Indian. He is the first. So when we take chess in India, at least Vishwanathan Anand comes first. Okay. So can you tell me chess championship? Who is the person who has won highest number of chess championship?
So, so I believe it was Magnus Carlsen of recent who has been able to defend his title the most number of times.
Okay, okay, okay. So you also, for example, got first position in 4 into 100-meter relay race. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what was your timing in that?
So I completed the 100-meter slot in the 4 into 100 relay race. My timing was 18 seconds.
Okay. What is the world's best performance?
So it is Usain Bolt at 10 point something seconds. I'm not aware of the correct number.
Okay, okay, okay. When Environment Day is celebrated?
So 5th of June.
What is the theme of this year?
So to stop plastic waste,
Okay, okay. In
stop
India,
plastic pollution.
yeah, in India, for example, single-use plastic is being banned. So up to minimum, how many microns should be there? Means plastic thickness minimum, how much microns should be there at this time, which is allowed?
So below 120 microns, all kind of plastics are banned.
Okay, okay. So what is the, in 1 micron, how much minus power is there in meter?
So -6.
Yeah, yeah, yes. So you said, for example, I asked about women in CAPF. So you were not able to take proper name of anyone. Anyway, at this time, which of CAPF is having highest percentage of women in terms of percentage?
So CRPF has the highest percentage of women. CRPF and CISF both have more than 8,000 women.
Yes.
Personal serving.
You said CISF or CRPF highest percentage?
So I believe it might be CISF.
Yeah, in percentage wise, CISF is there. Absolute number wise, CRPF, since CRPF is much larger than CISF, CISF is having a strength of 1,73,000, but CRPF is having more than a strength of 3 lakh. Okay, so anyway, in a state police,
Yes, sir.
which state has highest women representation?
I'm not able, sorry.
Again, Bihar. Since Bihar reserved 1/3 seats for women, so see the things,
Okay.
all other states and central government, they are just promising, but Bihar government, in fact, it implemented. So Bihar is having highest percentage. Okay. So have you heard about LGBTQ community?
Yes, sir. So LGBTQ community is also known as lesbian gay community. It is actually regarded as the third gender in the country.
Okay, okay. What is the difference between transgender and cisgender?
So transgender is a person who is physically not does not belong to one particular gender, either male or female. Whereas cisgender term is often associated with people who psychologically do not associate themselves with any particular gender.
Can you clear a little more? It is not clear.
Uh, So transgender could be those people who have physical features who do not associate with either male or female, whereas cisgender could be who physically do appear like a male or female, but they do not associate themselves with either of the genders.
Okay. Anyway, you are wrong. No problem. In
Okay,
government
sorry.
of
Sorry,
India,
sir.
can you tell me any specific scheme which is being provided for transgenders?
So we recently had the Transgender People's Act of 2016. Also, also we have reservations which could be provided by the state. Scheme wise, we have Smile scheme for them. Also, in order to give them support, so this can be a few schemes.
Any scheme for Divyangjan?
Yes, sir. So we have a scheme related to Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan in order for assisted devices that for the Divyangjans. Also, accessible Bharat India campaigns.
Okay, okay. See, Accessible India or Sugamya Bharat, it is the same thing. Okay, you can say.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, okay.